Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Economies Week 1 for the Metagame Book Club. Because after all, we are a book club. So, with me today is Kay, and I'm Chris, and we are our co-facilitators for the second track for the win. And what we'll be focusing on is really the business and economics aspects of the book. So, first off, a little bit of housekeeping. So, if you haven't already, please go ahead and sign up at the actual Metagame book sign up. So that we can go ahead and we can get you on our rolls, and we can also make sure you get all the information you need. The next thing you'll need to do is go ahead and join the Google Plus community. So with the Google Plus community, it's just simply typing in a Metagame Book Club in the Google Plus, and once you get into Google Plus, and you'll see the community that we have here. So right now we're holding steady at 61 members. As always, everyone is welcome. So we have a little bit of blurb about what it is. We have a link here to the Metagame site, to the Flickr site. So there's lots of things you can go ahead and click on. Again, the sign up here. So notice how we put a lot of stuff in a lot of places, so it's easy for you to navigate from place to place to place. So the community is really where the discussion is going to happen. You can share photos, you can share articles, you can go ahead and post videos that are here. So these are all things that you'll be able to go ahead and share. And this is where the majority of the discussion will be happening that you normally will see in a book club. So this is where that's going to happen. There's a lot of different categories here on the side. So what you'll see there's different categories that will be out there, and you'll be able to respond to whichever ones you choose. So there are 2 tracks, but we're going to focus on track 2 that's there. So also the other thing that's out there is we also have a Flickr site. So it's there. So please make sure you go ahead and sign up there, and feel free to share the different information and the different things that you find there. You can share photos and videos there at Flickr. So you already see there's already some stuff going on right now. You can see there's Blue, there's a couple other people, there's some shots there from some of the different conferences. Of course, there's always going to be food. Anytime that you have lots of people together, there's always food sharing going on. There's some nice videos there of the Atlanta skyline. Oh, look at that, the Garter's Heights cycle. Oh, my word. So lots of things to have fun with there at the Flickr site.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the format now. Now, Chris and I are the embedded virtual economists. So the actual track 2, Blue is going to be running, and he'll be talking about characters and plot and stuff like that. So we're the embedded virtual economists. So what we'll be doing is on Tuesday, this intro to the week's concepts and readings will be the economic ones. That's what we'll be introducing. And then on Saturday, Blue will be holding panel discussions over Google Hangout, and we'll be part of them. Depending on the week, we'll get 10 or 15 minutes to talk about virtual economics. Or, you know, if it's like week 2, we might be spending a little more time on that.
So for this week's reading, what Blue has assigned, because yes, Blue's the assigning type of person. So what he's assigning for us is that you're going to start off at the beginning of the book, and you're going to end with the phrase gold. It's all about the gold. Well, because it is. So the thing about this is you have to remember is that this is going to vary, because we don't all expect you to have the original copy or maybe the second edition. So things change. I'm actually using the Craphound version, which is the free version, and an interesting name, by the way. And I have the Kindle edition of that. And actually, this is actually right after the Barnes & Noble's ad. So they forgot to bold it in the free version. But I know Kay has the original book cover, so she can tell you what it is in the hardcover.
Okay, so in the original hardcover, that's what I have. It's on page 40, and it is bolded for, gold. It's all about the gold. And now Blue, he's reading the softcover version. On his cover, it's page 36. So depending on which version you have or what you uploaded, what you downloaded, it may change. So just to let you know that. So that's where we'll be ending for this week 1.
Exactly, and that's things that always happen whenever you deal with different variations. So, there's For the Win 1.0, there's For the Win 2.0, For the Win 3.0, and Free Edition, of course. So there's a lot of different things out there, so just be aware that sometimes the page numbers may vary, but go by the headers. So really the cool thing about week one is really it's the introduction, it's the orientation. You get to go ahead and say, hey, look, here are the main characters. And Cory Doctorow does a great job of giving you the three main characters. The other thing he does a good job of is giving you the physical geography, so you sort of get a feel for the different environments that the different interactors are part of. And then the other thing about it is that he really does a really good job of scaffolding all the terms. So what he's doing is he's going to be giving you that gamer vocabulary before you, so in case you don't have it already. So the other thing about it is that we also have a week one terms. So when you go to the Metagame site, you will actually be able to see that we have a list there under the virtual economics resource page. So there's actually going to be a site there with some vocabulary as well as a lot of other videos and other things that will be there. But since we're all about business economics, here's some things to really think about from that perspective. As you're reading, think about what are the work conditions, both real life as well as the virtual working conditions. Think about the currency. How are they? Think about the different types of formats of payment that they're moving from. I mean, you have a lot of different currencies at play very early on in the book. Think about the different professions and the different things that they're talking about. Things of value. How are they assigning valuation? How are they choosing things of value? Look at the business mechanics. So in other words, what's going on? Can business be transacted? How are they working on that? And lastly, of course, you're looking at the environmental factors. Again, both in real life and in the virtual environments, looking at it and saying, well, what are the opportunities and what are the threats that you're seeing there from the environmental factors? These are all things that you're going to be introduced to right away in the book, and you're going to be able to go ahead and get a good feel for this. Really what this is think about it as looking at economic analysis. Well, the first time you go into an economy, you look around and say, well, what is the framework? What are the conditions? What are the factors? What are the different controlling pieces that are affecting the business, affecting the economics within this environment, within this universe that Mr. Doctorow has gone ahead and created. So those are things to think about from the economics and business perspective.
Okay, so to let you know about what we'll be doing upcoming for this week and the other weeks. Now, throughout the week, the Educators Gaming Guild, Inevitable Betrayal, we'll be doing some guild events. And these will be kind of impromptu, and we'll put them in the Google Plus community. So we'll be live streaming these if you want to watch them live, and if not, we'll put a link. And these will be different things such as group raids. This will be different things like battlegrounds, taking a look at the auction house and stuff like this. And we'll live stream these, and like I said, this will be pretty impromptu. Then the thing that you should know about our track too is that on every Saturday, Blue will be having a hangout. This will happen at noon Eastern time. And what it'll be doing is as far as Blue, he'll be doing the regular book club discussion, and then we'll get our segment where we'll introduce you, and we'll be especially going into the realm that's called Area 52 in World of Warcraft. Why? Because it's a very high transaction economy realm, and we'll be taking you in there. And if you see there's Chris's character, and he's just standing in the auction house and looking at some pricing stuff right now. But we'll be taking you in there to tell you more about what you're reading about and what's going on. Again, we're the embedded virtual economists. If you have no interest in virtual economy, you never have to do any of this. Okay? So that's about all we have.
Exactly. So before we head out, we want to say a special thanks to the Inevitable Betrayal Guild for all their help that's going on. They're going to be, as Kay mentioned, they're going to be going ahead and hosting some events for us that will be live streaming out, so you guys will be able to watch that. And they'll be introducing us to World of Warcraft and different areas of different actions and different things that go on in there. And also, of course, we can't have a thanks without having their crest. So there is the Inevitable Betrayal crest. So thanks to the wonderful Guildie who provided that. And without further ado, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in game as well as on the discussion boards. So remember, it's a book club, not a MOOC.
Absolutely. Keep telling yourself it's not a MOOC, it's a book club. Really, it is a book club. We're going to read and we're going to discuss. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.